Good morning, this is Giuseppe Basile. I'm the analyst and trader you can find on the blog www.fibonaccistalking.com. I post also regularly on Twitter using the @fibstalker nickname. Good morning. Today is Thursday, October the 18th, 2012, and it's 2 p.m. Italian time. I want to remind you that Italy is in the GMT +1 time zone. What you see on the screen, and thanks God I'm back to my TradeStation platform here. On the screen you can see the daily chart of the EURFX continuous contract. This is aligned with December 2012 expiration. Now, as you will remember, in the last few weeks I had this main dot where the euro would trade down into the 126.20-30 area, or whether this 128.20 area would be the support for the next leg higher. At the beginning of this week we had confirmation, and we had this big move higher on Tuesday and then a gap on Wednesday. So I'm assuming at the moment that we're not going to test the 126.30 area, and we will continue from here. And this weekly setup has the first target in the 133.50 area and the second target in the 136.30 area. I'm not going to speak about resistance just yet. I will do in the coming days if this move will keep going higher. What happened this week was actually you will remember I was focusing on this short here, and as we can see we had a reaction lower on Friday last week, but then the next traditional measure move had however failed, and this was the actual signal to start looking at highs. As I was focusing on the short, I haven't given importance to this fact. I was still waiting for price to test the 126.30. But anyway, it is what it is. So I had to catch this later on, and as we could see here, and I also commented this in my videos in the last few days, we had a support within the 128.95 and 129.15 area, and this was also a long setup, and this long setup hit targets in the 130.40 area. That was the first target, and the second target in the 131 area. So price is actually very strong, and it's already moving in extensions on the daily time frame. So on Wednesday we had this gap, and in the morning we kept defending this gap at the 130.90 area. Now we don't know yet whether price will actually move lower and close this gap, or whether the euro is so strong that it will continue higher and test the highs. I want to remind you that we have target above, so I would anticipate the price of euro keep moving higher in the coming days. Now, for what concerns the next support level, as the market is moving higher in extensions, I would expect the next level of support to come at the 130.70, 130.80 area, and that lines up nicely also with the closure of this gap. Again, today bulls defended this gap. This gap is only visible on futures, on the futures contract. It was not printed on the spot market, and so something is happening here. We don't know exactly what, but we might get a continued support in this area instead of having price trading into the 130.80 area. Anyway, we also have a failure level here, which is the 130.55 area. Should price move lower, then we would need to reevaluate this leg higher we had from mid last week in the euro, and we were probably going to get support in the 129.90 area, which is this all the way halfway back here. So if price goes and goes to close the gap and goes below 130.55, which you are going to see in the next videos, I'll put it here just to remind us, then price will go to test 129.90. I hope this is interesting. I invite you to visit my blog. I also have a newsletter. You can subscribe for free. On the newsletter, I usually share content and video reviews I do not share in my blog. This weekend I'm going to do a weekly review of the euro dollar, but I'm also going to do a separate video in which I will analyze the sequences on the 4-hour chart, which is something I don't show on the blog. I hope you found this interesting, and I wish you a very good week and day and remaining week, and I look forward to see you on my blog. Bye bye.